Hello, everybody. My name is Morgan Netz. I'm one of the board of director members for Lincoln Gold, and I'm so excited to get to work with a group of you this year for our project. So Lincoln Gold is hoping to revamp our website and create an app that would help students kind of communicate with us that are members of Lincoln Gold. So to give you a backstory about what Lincoln Gold is, Lincoln Gold was created by my mom, Robin Netz. She's still the president of our organization and leads us in furthering our development as an organization. We're about 6 years old, and our goal is to develop young women in the Lincoln area to help prepare them for life after college or after high school. So these women most often are going to college, so we're preparing them in different ways to get them ready for that next step or get them ready for the workforce to take on a job right after high school. We know that the high school classroom provides a lot of great information for students to move on, but there are some gaps in that education to make them feel successful and confident in the workplace. We also know there's still a gender gap within the workplace, so we want to make sure that we're preparing these young women to be the most successful that they can for that next step. Some of the skills that they learn in our program they might not use for a few years, but hopefully it's something that they can tuck in the back of their mind so that they can be successful after they graduate. So a little more specifically about what our organization does is we have two different programs. We have the mentorship program and the scholarship program. So the mentorship program is for the high school junior and senior girls in the Lincoln community that want to participate. There's a membership fee for them, but with that membership fee, they get educational classes and volunteerism activities, and then we teach them basic fundraising skills. So the education classes are really focused on things that we found as an organization that was kind of missing in that education gap as the women moved on to that next step after high school. So we do things like fundraising skills. We teach them how to make a budget and prepare for college so that they can pay for that. We talk to them about etiquette skills. We have leaders within the organization that talk about how they grew and developed within their career, especially as women, and how they found mentors within the community, how they asked for the promotion and asked for that pay raise. So we're really just focused on helping women be successful in the workplace after high school and hopefully after college for them. Another thing our educational classes do focus on things that we see that young women in college need help with. So we talk about what does mental health look like for them so that when they make that transition after high school, that they can prepare or at least know where to find the resources that may help them be more successful. We also talk to them about how to get involved on a college campus so that they can really develop their resume and get prepared to apply for that first job. We also talk to them about dressing professionally, as well as creating a resume so that they can take that to a job, walk in confidently, know that they have the etiquette skills to maybe share a meal with that potential employer. But our goal is to really prepare them for whatever step is after their time in Lincoln Gold. The other part is we want to promote community service. So we have them do volunteer activities within the community. Part of that is for them to learn how to make a phone call to an organization and say, I have some time that I want to share with you. Who do I need to get in touch with? So they learn skills of making phone calls, setting up a schedule, and then showing up on time through their volunteer activity. We hope too that through these volunteer and community service, they can find their passion so that they can really align with that as they move on either into that career or into college after that. Another thing that we've noticed is high school doesn't teach you how to fundraise. They don't make you learn how to ask those hard questions of asking for money or a donation, or even going into a business and asking for a silent auction item or something that we could potentially use as a nonprofit organization to raise money. So the Gold Girls are kind of tasked with learning how to make those hard asks. So they help raise money for their peer group. So all that money that they raise filters into the scholarship program, which is the second part of Lincoln Gold. So our scholarship program is for both boys and girls in the Lincoln area who apply. They have to stay at a Nebraska institution for college or a community college, and they can go to a 2-year or 4-year institution. And the idea of that is just to keep those students within Nebraska so that we can really hone their talent and keep them here. The other thing that we do is we saw a gap within scholarships that we found. As a board, we discussed that There's scholarships for needs-based organizations or needs-based students. So students that don't have the financial means to go to college, there's opportunities for them to find scholarships in that avenue. There's also academic-based scholarships. So our really smart students are finding ways to get money to go to college. But we really found a gap of those maybe above average academic students or average academic students, but the ones that are really involved in their community and within their high school. So our scholarship program really targets those students that are engaged. Maybe they're the president of student council, maybe they're the captain of a sports team, maybe they volunteer a lot and spend time, where their skills are really that interpersonal connection with other people and leading their peers. So our scholarship focuses on leaders within the community to get them to go to a college at a Nebraska school with the hopes of keeping the leaders in Nebraska. On the screen, you'll see our mission. We're really just focused on empowering young women through leadership development and community involvement while providing scholarships for high school seniors who embody the goals and spirits of Lincoln Gold and to plan to attend a Nebraska-based college or university. Now, it's hard to explain our mission and vision of Lincoln Gold in just one sentence or a quick snippet. So we really want to amp up our website so that we can better explain what we do. We've gotten a lot of critical feedback recently of people not understanding what we do. We're in year 6 of our organization, and we don't have a website that really fits what we're working on. So here's kind of the screenshot of our website right now, but we're really looking for a whole refresh of our website. We need some strong content for marketing and fundraising. When we send our potential donors here, I think they're still confused about what we do. And we really don't want to get people confused that the money that is raised through the nonprofit is going to the Gold Girls, when the Gold Girls are the ones that are helping to contribute and raise the money. The other thing that I would like to see within our website is some sort of membership portal. So we are currently using a lot of emailing in the Google Classroom to share information with the Gold Girls, but that's really not as effective as we want it to be, especially knowing that these young girls don't check their emails all the time, and not all of them are engaged. So we have doubled in size over the last year from about 30 participants to 64, and we're really at this point of we don't know how to manage the amount of women that we have with strong communication abilities. As a leadership organization too, we feel like it's very critical that we kind of put the best foot forward and show them good examples of what this looks like. Also for data management, everything that we have is on a Google Drive, which is kind of effective, but things are in multiple different places. So when we transition from one volunteer to another or switch roles within the board, there's not a great consistent way to kind of transfer that data. So hopefully all of this can live on our website and just have some other components of it that would be really helpful. What we're really looking for the students that are going to work with us on this project is a consultative approach. Our board is very smart and adaptable, but we have no idea really what the span of our website could look like. These are just kind of the ideas of things that we would like to see or that we feel like would be helpful. But really, if we could have a group of students help us kind of see what all is possible and make some really strong recommendations, I think that would help our organization grow into our 7th year. The other thing that we really would like to see is some way for us to communicate with the girls within the website. And I don't know if that looks like push notifications or some sort of way for them to engage. It would just be extremely helpful for them to do that on an online platform. The other thing we want to look at is our donors. So some sort of way that we could push content, like maybe blog posts or some sort of newsletter to help our donors still feel connected and engaged with our mission. The other thing about our donors is some of them are very passionate about the scholarship program, and some of them are very passionate about our leadership program. So we really need to define the two and help the donor connect with what they do to hopefully maintain them as a donor for the long term. And finally, we would love to see an app. This is something we currently don't have. We're using GroupMe as our mode of communication, which I'm sure most of you can relate that 64 people in a GroupMe is not effective and things get lost very easily. We also have girls that don't turn on their notifications and then are unable to see the content that we're pushing out. Our current system's really just not working. We're also using Google Classroom, which is newer to our organization, but we've gotten feedback from the girls who are using that as their learning method right now that it feels like school, and we want this to feel more of like a club and development option for them. We also know that high school girls don't check their emails, and we see this across the board. So we just really need a way to get them the information and changes that we have within our organization immediately. And so we just need a way to push out that information quickly. And finally, we just want to stay relevant as an organization, as a leadership organization focused on the development of high school junior and senior girls. We know that that generation is very different than our board of directors, and they are looking for fun, fast, and engaging information. So really just, we want to stay relevant, and we could use the help of you guys to really help us figure out what that looks like, and is it an app? And we hope that that's the solution, but anything that you guys can come up with and help us brainstorm would be fantastic. So we are looking forward to working with you and excited for the next steps of this process.